Oof, just thumped the GoPro. Oh no. This pin is all corroded.
Hey, we're Jenny and Rich, and our stowaway is Twitchell the Marina Cat. We've been documenting the refit of our 1977 Tayona 37 Ramble on for the past several years. I don't think there's a single part of this boat that we haven't repaired, replaced, or improved in some way. We're proud to say we've done 99.9% of the work ourselves. We've gained a lot of knowledge and experience in the process, and we're happy to pass that wisdom on.
So I got a bunch of stuff to do up the mast. And one of them, I'm taking down the Forestay that the staysail sits on and making a new one out of DeMia. And it's going to be removable, and I've got an adjustable turnbuckle from Johnson Marine. I forget what number it is, but it's like the only one they make in this size. It's a 1/2-inch pin size. And you can use the two parts to hand loosen it and then pull a quick pin, and it comes off at the bottom, and you can stow it up against the mast. And since it's made out of DeMia, this part's not going to be flogging around, smacking the mast and taking paint off. I got a couple of terminal fittings. We'll get back to that in a bit when I start splicing this stuff, but this is the one at the bottom, and it fits very nicely inside with this quick pin. So everything from here up is going to be DeMia. I got to go up and pull the old one down, and then this is the fitting. It's a different fitting with a slot in it that rides on the tang fitting that's welded. There's a tab welded to the mast 2/3 of the way up, halfway between the spreader and the masthead. Righty-loosey.
So you're this is the inner Forestay?
Yeah, this is the Forestay, and that's on the tab of the bracket that we had made for the windlass.
Are you just gonna, do you want to just attach it to the lifeline or something? What are you gonna attach it to?
Actually, yeah, that's fine. God damn. Probably should have brought different pliers. This pin is all corroded. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it with a hammer. Oh, that's good. Just take the bag, send me a hammer back up. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that thing off. Save this. Shit. Lost a cotter pin. If the halyard ain't going to do it, it won't fit through this pinhole. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Send me the halyard. Good. Okay, now very slowly ease this halyard down. Okay, now untie my rookie knot. and then halyard with the bag back up to me. This thing's all corroded right here, this pin, and my whole climbing rig is all in the way. That's one of the problems with this setup. But I'll see if I can. There we go. That's it. It's just calcified and cruddy. Nothing nice. All right. So that paint is peeling, and the coating has failed right here. 30 minutes up the mast. 28:43. Yeah. Got geese in the field. Got water. Got sailboats. Got Mount Diablo. All right. Time to go back down. All right, so I got all my parts and stuff from Colligo, and this is the chain plate adapter. This is going to be the adjustable turnbuckle for the inner forestay, and this one goes up at the mast. This one gets a locked Brummel. I've already laid out for 25 inches of berry. I'm gonna start stringing this out, get my measurements, and start splicing this thing. So this all fits together on the Johnson turnbuckle very nicely, like this, and then you can adjust it to put the tension in. I've already marked out this one, so I'm just gonna put a clamp on it for now, just to hold it to get a pin-to-pin length. All right, so down at this end, all I got to do is just a simple Brummel. It doesn't have to fit that that machine channel in the other one. So this one's kind of a loose fitting a little bit, and kind of really doesn't matter how tight the splice is. So I've got a pin-to-pin length of 41 foot 2 inches. I've got the turnbuckle down at the other end maxed out, so it should be able to take up for any shortcomings, I guess you will, in my splicing techniques. So, and I got plenty extra. I ordered 46 feet. It takes a little more than 2 feet of berry on each end of the splice with 9mm. I'll get a length here, figure my entry and exit points, and we'll go inside and figure out how to splice this thing. There you go. Got the preliminary measurements. Now it's time to go do some FID work. So I did the layout yesterday out on the dock. Today I'm going to put the splices together. The last thing YouTube needs is another locked Brummel splice video, so we'll just run through that real quick. But one of the things I wanted to say about what I've noticed on a lot of videos is that people have problems with the Dyneema rigging, and it grows and grows and grows, and it just keeps getting longer. And one of the things I had a conversation with about constructional stretch with John at Colligo Marine. I gave him a call, and he actually picked up the phone. So we chatted for a bit. And one of the things you got to do is retension this back to the way it was stretched at the factory. So this thing was stretched under heat. That gives it its long lay on the, see the fibers, how the weave is really long and stretchy. And when you break it, as you do a splice, the weave gets more tight, not tighter, but actually looser. But one of the things, if you compare this type of Dyneema that you can just get off the roll at West Marine compared to this stuff, it's just very stiff, because then there's very little stretch in it after the fact. But one of the things about when you do this and you break the weave, you actually have to pull it back tight to reset it. I'm going to do the splice on this and then do the splice on the other end. This is the fitting for the other end, and this is just a simple loop. So once this is done, this thing comes off real easy. And then we'll take it out and see if we can put that 2,000 pounds back into it to stretch it back to where it was. So hopefully I took all my measurements right with all the turnbuckle and the fittings and all that stuff. But one of the good things about Dyneema is if you mess it up, you can take it apart and re-splice it. You know, move down a little bit. You can make it longer or shorter. And then another thing about rigging that moves, like a removable inner forestay, is that you gotta, Colligo does this with all their stuff before they coil it up. And like if they pre-splice stuff and send it to you, they'll put heat shrink over the braid. So you end up with once it's set at the proper stretch, then they put heat shrink on it, and then it doesn't start working loose. Like this knot here will just pull right out. This is the berry end of it. The rest of the knot's tight, but you start getting sloppy around the berry, and that's where this is going to work when you take it down and bring it back to the mast to remove the forestay. So now I'm just cutting off the little tapers. So you pick out about 1 inch apart, pick out a fiber, one of the braids, and cut it off, and that thins out the bulk of it where it's buried into the splice. And then we'll pull everything tight and see how it fits. It's not supposed to be sloppy. So there it is. So now I'm going to open this thing up and do the other end without goofing on this too much. I had to go get a come along, put some pressure on this braid to reset the weave. This thing's heavy. Cool. We'll string this out, get it set up. Let's see where we're at. Still not even close. Yeah, so I got to put this thing up to like 32. Like 4. 2,000 pounds to reset the braid. So that thing rattled right back up to 20. No problems. So, yeah. Hopefully when I put this stuff over it, it won't look stupid. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Freaking split. Right over here. Right here, it's split apart, opened up. I'm gonna trim this back, knock off about 1 inch or 2. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to climb and hang this, the new synthetic forestay made out of Colligo Dux. But before I do, just want to do a little comparison right here. Just the weight difference in the two materials. So this is our old stainless 9/32 wire. Okay, 8.5 pounds. 1x19. And then the Dux.
217.
2 pounds? Yeah, it's 2.17 pounds. Yeah, it's about 1/4 the weight. Yeah, okay, so up the mast we go. Hopefully I spliced it correctly and it actually fits. So we'll see. I guess that's what turnbuckles are for. Oh yeah, I missed it by a long way. All right then.
Do you have to cut? You gotta hold.
This thing don't unscrew that much more.
We gotta undo it. We gotta order a new one then.
No, I'm not. I can shorten it. That's freaking crazy, dude. I just got to resplice it and reset the splice and all that.
Just on one end? Which end are you going to do? This end?
This is awfully short. I don't know. Guess we don't have a video this week.
Well, yes, we do. This is part of it.
No, we can't put that on YouTube.
A mistake?
Everybody would think we're perfect.
So can you resplice this while it's hanging like this? Or do you have to take the whole thing down?
I'm going to go ahead and take it all down because I'm going to balance the splice. I'd actually like this turnbuckle to have a little bit of adjustment left in it. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because I didn't stretch it enough. I don't know.
Well, we don't...
I only ran it up to 1,000 pounds.
It was pretty dang...
It didn't look like it was going to move anymore. Well, that sucks. So thanks for watching. And if you like watching us screw up, give us a thumbs up. So I got this up to about 1,800 pounds, and that's about as comfortable with that as I am. This thing kind of makes me sketched. Yeah, so this is the second time we're doing this. I had to take it out and extend the splices, so I had to make it a little longer, cut off all the heat shrink and all that stuff. So.
And you got some new heat shrink.
You got some new heat shrink, and now I'll heat shrink it back and then go up the mast. It's windy as hell today too. It's not a great day for this. So I already greased up the pin. Go. I already had you in here once. There it is. All right. Stack a couple of washers. Drop a split pin. New Forestay. Removable. DeMia. Time to go back down. Yeah.
Is it getting tight? Is it bottoming out?
No, I guess I got a little bit of room.
It looks pretty fancy.
It's very fancy. That's gonna have to sit like that. 5, 6, 7, something like that. So, see? I mean, this...
Oh yeah, looks tight.
It's tight. So, I don't know, I'd have to check the scale and it's inside and I don't want to walk all the way in there for it. But, yeah, so just, I'll do some tweaking and twisting on this thing. Once I figure out what numbers I'm supposed to be at. But right now I'm probably already at 500. I think it's 100 per 30 is 2,000. So it's actually, I'm probably around 350 pounds right now. So I could go a little bit more, but see what it looks like when you get a sail on it. Right now the head stay and the back stay are what's taking care of everything. So the forestay is just, this is just a lazy stay right now because there's no sail on it. There you go. And for DeMia, Colligo has a conversion chart for using the lose gauge that is proportionate to whatever size ducks you're using. So this is 9mm. So it's got the scale that tells you what to tension it to.
Awesome.
Good. I'm glad I got that done. Climbing up there, it was windy as heck yesterday. So
yeah, it's 7 o'clock in the morning right now.
It's awesome. We got the rest of the day to play.
Time. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Cool. Thanks for watching.